goes.
But Port Adelaide have built their resurgence on their midfield. Boak has been a star. Hamish Hartnell, he's a quality player. He's going to get better at 50th game. Brad Ebert, what a win for their recruiting department. Broadbent has also been underrated as a player and continuously wins his share of the ball, and Kane Corns as well as Cassisi and of course Ollie Wines.
Well, they're underway for this round 4 clash. Port Adelaide looking for a 4-0 start, something they've never done before. And Kane Corns just wandered onto Ablett after Boak. Lynchy, you're almost spot on. There's Ablett straight away. Out in front of May. Ebert coming through with some speed. May tries to keep it in, but the first foray forward to the Suns. Have to be careful here. He's got to get rid of it. Get it out. Need just handballing forward, hoping someone was there. Fished out by Monfries to Broadbent to Wingard. They worked it out nicely. First inside 50. Good work by hand. Goal Port Adelaide.
Well, there was nothing pretty about that, Lynchy. It was just bulldozing the ball forward. I don't think they've settled at all just yet, Port Adelaide, but they are the side that gets on the board first with a major. There's a fumble from Jake Needs, but he wins the ball back. And as you rightly pointed out, Lynchy, you take 2 shots down the other end of the ground and one of them doesn't go through. So the opposition get the opportunity to do just that. Chad Wingard continues his good early season form. He'd like to improve his kicking efficiency at this stage, though. But nevertheless, he's getting plenty of it. But so too are a lot of players. But the quality of disposal at the moment is pretty shabby.
Ablett off the ground. In danger. Westhoff. Oh. He's going to get the shot at goal. Such is the start to his season. He's in the right place at the right time there.
And in these type of games where it's really tight, not many opportunities to get in space and generate a shot on goal, to get a set shot from 40 metres out, that's a gift.
That was a gift. I'd be interested to have another look at it, whether or not it was a kick that was likely to cause injury. Let's have a look in the small box, and I wouldn't have thought so, to be honest.
So Westhoff from 35 metres. Test out the goal umpire, but kicks truly. 11 for the season, first for tonight.
Justin Westhoff just picked up from where he left off in last week's showdown, and that's a very handy goal to get us forward. If you can get a score on the board early, that is very handy for your confidence.
Well, there's big Charlie Dixon. Have a look at that. That to me is just a smother. So I wouldn't have thought that was in any way, shape or form kicking in danger, but not to worry.
Wasn't much of a smother either, because he didn't get his hand onto it. Actually, it just went close.
Probably as strong as it could have been, but Westhoff gets one away.
Lobie and Smith were doing the ruck honours. Here's Corns and Ablett. Ablett trying to get past 3, and somehow the Suns have got it out. Brennan with quick hands to Wilkinson. Centering kick, hoping someone in the right spot. Couldn't be taken. May cleans it up, but the handball out in front of Harbrow. One way then the other. We see that a lot from him. We see that a lot from him. That's a terrific goal by Jared Harbrow, the first for the Suns. O'Meara. Carlisle. May kept his feet, which kept him in the contest. And the big man drives it forward, looking for Dixon. It might go all the way. There's a whistle anyway. Holding free kick. Dixon to kick the goal, or will it be paid advantage goal? It is. That'll be a goal for May. Well, Broadbent let that go for Wingard as he backed back into it. Hugs the boundary. In fact, too far. Just touched over the line, boundary throwing.
We'll just have a look at Brandon Matera, how he finds space here. Now, we see him out the back, 30 metres from goal. He's 25 metres away from the closest spare defender. And I don't think that player was him, it was Trengove.
Wingard, we talked about his goal-kick abilities. It doesn't get much better than that. He's got 2, and that's his best for the night. It'll be hard to beat.
Well, he's found some form, this young man. We see from the stoppage here, Dixon gets the ball to the front, but just well sharp, got away from his direct opponent, and he's put that straight across the white dot on the ground. That's a fantastic finish. That's the level that the Gold Coast Suns need to do when they get their half opportunities in the forward 50. Port Adelaide, for 4 rounds so far, they're taking theirs.
The Suns, good switch and good spread here from Harbrow to Hunt.
Well, they're holding it up now, trying to find a target.
That target is Day, and here's Shaw. And over the back, guess who? Matera. They just can't find him. They just don't know where he is.
I tell you, probably won't have the behind the goals vision, but Brandon Matera actually had 3 people on him on that occasion, but he still managed to get out the back. He had 3 players on him on the 50-metre arc, because I was looking to see where he was. He was well and truly covered, but the first lead didn't work. The second one was out the back and found space. Beautiful kick.
It was a great kick. It's one of the great assets of Shorey. He's a really penetrating kick.
Should be rewarded for a great first quarter, and he is. And the Suns are up by 7. And Boat heading in that direction, just shorts it off to Corns. He's going to kick it long towards Westhoff. Big Zach Smith got his hand to it. Ball at ground level. Ablett trying to work his way out of a pack. Couldn't do so. Monfries, Riscatelli's under pressure. Real pressure.
Oh, that is dropping the ball.
He's just dropped it on the ground. They got away with one there, the Gold Coast. Hartlett's a big long kick, though. He's one of the best finishers in the game. And that's why he's got a super boot.
Great goal. As you said, quarter-time break. 1 forward 50 entry. See there, Rory Thompson with Westhoff. That is a big marking contest, but technically speaking, that's a free kick. He had the hands on the back of Westhoff. He's got to be very careful in that situation. Gary Ablett got the ball out, but this man here, he's a star. I think he had 1 quiet game in round 2, but he is an absolute star. If he can keep the body intact in one piece, he'll be a great player for Port this year and many years to come.
They just got to keep him out on the ground. He's playing his 50th game today, but he's 22, and he made his debut in 2009.
Yeah, he's been around for a few years now, but just those shoulder injuries really knocked him about.
Kick forward, and that's a hold. It was almost a one-handed mark anyway, so little Jake Neal will have a shot at goal.
But it's really good defensive, midfield work. The big ruckman getting the ball out, getting it long. And Jake Neal just read it best. He knew it was floating long. He went to the back of the contest, and he would have taken the mark had he not been impeded. So he gets his first shot at goal.
Greg Broughton, the more experienced of the two, going for the ball, but knew he was in strife, so decided to take the risk of giving the free kick away rather than concede the mark. So
this for a perfect start here to the second quarter for Port Adelaide. Down by 7 points at quarter time. And they've quickly erased that, and they've quickly found the front. They lead by 5, goal need.
And that's the concern when you dominate inside 50s in possession but don't get the reward on the scoreboard, that a team that has been playing some really good football over the last few weeks. We see the grab of the left arm or the right arm from Need, or from Broughton on Need. There's the free kick, but if you can polish your game up a little bit and convert your opportunities, as Port Adelaide are doing, really you can see a lot of heads drop for the Gold Coast Suns. But we see it week in, week out.
Westhoff getting free. Ebert's got to be clever here. And he was. He was brilliant to get it to Jake Need. High ball, coming down quick. Spoil came, clean tape. That's a beautiful tape from O'Meara. Got it out of danger. Day should have got one in the back. Monfries again on hands and knees. Fished it out. Taken by Stevenson. Touch, play on. Over the back it goes. First to at Ablett. Just a little kick away, but it didn't go far. And we've got a boundary throw in.
This has been a work rate from Port Adelaide, and it's a real challenge for the Gold Coast Suns. Joel Wilkinson looks like he's got some chance of coming back on. Not 100% convincing.
No, he didn't look great.
He hasn't convinced the coach yet, I wouldn't have thought.
He's very proper down here, boys. I'll be very surprised if he comes back on.
Dr. Hall at ground level has decided he's in trouble.
Well,
Hartwell's gone, and a signal from a couple of players should have handballed it.
He's almost knocked out of his hands rather than any tackle being applied, but it's pressure now from Port Adelaide. This is much more reflective of where they've been for the last 3 weeks. Slowish start, and now they're putting some pressure on the inexperienced Gold Coast side in the forward line, and that's what was missing in that first part of the game. I wouldn't be surprised if the focus at quarter time was, how about some forward half pressure, boys?
Westhoff gets his second free kick from 35 metres out and kicks his second goal.
I think 85% of the quarter so far has been played in the forward 50 for Port Adelaide. See, Harbrow just tries to take on the tackler. Probably copped one a little high to start with. And once you take on the tackler, you lose a lot of your
You lose your rights once you get past your first one, don't you?
So that is an incorrect disposal, and the umpire will pay that 9 times out of 10. So probably a little unlucky he missed the free kick to start with, but they're under siege at the moment, the Gold Coast Suns. Port Adelaide playing very well in the first 10 minutes of the second. Players around this stoppage close by, so it's good for the Suns.
Chance O'Meara spins out just past Riscatelli.
That's a free kick.
O'Shea went down clutching his head and didn't get a free kick. Hunt got it to O'Meara. His second spin, and this time he kicks the goal. He's doing everything at the moment, O'Meara. Brennan searching handball forward. Dixon can't afford to fumble there. Sliding in, Carlisle did well. Lobe, little handball off to Cassisi. Cassisi with a speculator across the front, hoping Schultz is there. Westhoff is. Beautiful handball back to Hartlett. Got boot to ball just in time and kicks another great goal. 2 for Hartlett for this second quarter.
Well, it was a pretty reasonable speculator. I liked the thinking behind it. Didn't quite come off immediately, but Justin Westhoff's handball went to a voice, and a voice only. Didn't like the kick in initially. There was nobody actually leading the ball, but after the speculator, just have a look at this. Good vision and excellent communication. And just as importantly, pretty good finish here by Hamish Hartlett, who was bobbed up for his second in the term.
So Wilkinson the sub, Russell on. Russell was a late inclusion if you've just joined us. Harley Bennell not playing. It's a big out for the Suns, but they're hanging in there at the moment by 13 points, and an error might make it 7 if they can trade off it. Not yet. Spiral kick forward, Prestia went without it. Ebert, good edge, lovely give on the up from Schultz. Handball ends up with Wingard, he got it from Monfries. Open forward 50, the Hoff in the danger zone. Got him. Plays on as he does so often and kicks his third.
Well, he didn't have to rely on a free kick on that occasion. It was a long kick to a one-on-one contest, as you called, Matty, and he turned around, and here's a good clearance, just some really nice work up the field, nice hands, and the kick was really good and deep. And Westhoff turned his body, pushed away his direct opponent in Rory Thompson, and gets rid of him here, and just gave him that extra metre so he could get and protect the drop zone and then play it on. So really good work, very important and good kick.
Port Adelaide who have upped their work rate, and the Gold Coast have got to continue theirs, but just be a little bit more polished with the ball, unlike that kick.
That's Russell's first kick of the game, the sub, and it's a poor one. Can't he use the football? It's a big run-off.
Well, that's the sort of kick that absolutely kills you. Kid's come back on, he knows he's under the pump. He's on the edge. He's been subbed in, and all of a sudden he's chopped it up. He's got to stay in the moment, put that behind him, and make sure he earns his spot next week.
Big Brent Renouf, the local boy from Southport Football Club, lived just down the road from Metricon Stadium.
He's having a pretty good night just at the moment. I think they've got on top the ruckman in this second term.
Yep, on the reverse angle. Renouf with a kick. Runs out to the right and just hooks it back. It's never in doubt. It's a wonderful finish. And the Gold Coast have got some problems now.
Well, they've hardly had the ball, and as you said, Jared, the ruckman from Port Adelaide have got on top. I think I hardly saw them in the first quarter. It was all Charlie Dixon and Zach Smith. See Luke Russell, first touch since coming on to replace Joel Wilkinson, but just the risky one, short to a contest out of the back line, is absolutely a no-no. You just got to get it long, especially until you find your feet in the back line, get it long down the line.
There's a good one. Wines.
Good kick.
Yeah, another good pass from him.
Great choice.
One-on-one, little Jake Need. What do we do here? He just run him inside out. It might even go through, or could he get a boot to it? It won't matter. He'll take his time. 1, 2, 3. Thank you, JK. The cat in the hat is at his best.
Well, the cat
Great call,
he just knew exactly what was going on. He thought, here's my time to shine. I'll put a cutting on.
I think everyone in the stadium knew he was going to kick this as well. Just got over the back. Greg Broughton knew he was in all sorts of strife here. Little dummy, there you go. Have a look at that one, and I'll slot this straight over the grandstand. Fantastic transition from halfback for Port Adelaide, and nice goal from the youngster.
Because if you got just one trick, you're going to not win too many games.
David Swallow's the man that's got to stand up. I mean, Bennell's not there. Swallows had 2 disposals. There's one out of nowhere, though, for the Gold Coast. Goal to Brennan.
Touched.
Touched. Thanks, Barry. Well, Brennan was celebrating. He couldn't believe it. He said, what's going on?
And he saw it go through, but he didn't see the touched in flight.
Short from Corns, and they've been patient, as Alistair mentioned. They've got Schultz now.
There'll be a big switch on if they can get the
It's a
ball
long
across.
way over to Jonas.
And he's going to go.
He is a long kick. He had to go first to Heath.
Good option.
Looks up the middle. Hunt might have just done enough. But in the end, Stevenson.
I don't think that was in the initial plan.
Corns to Carlisle. Little sidestep. Short. Wingard.
Have a pot shot from there, surely.
He can have a go. Rolls around on the left from 50. Long ball.
Never in doubt.
Never in doubt, Ched Wingard. Kicked his third.
Well, that's just one for the patience. They just sucked.
Yep.
They sucked the Gold Coast up the ground. They continued just to chip the ball across that half-back line. Carlisle went up the middle of the ground and then the long ball in. And Chad Wingard found some space. Nice little gift from Carlisle once again. Empty goal square.
And that's a fantastic sign of the maturity of Port Adelaide. They've come a long way over the summer, got the composure to soak up the pressure.
Drives it in low. Crummer needed for Port. Down low, Renoff. Wines. Looks up. It's got good vision, Wines. Just uses the ball well.
Well, he shouldn't even be thinking about anything. There's 24 seconds to go. We know there's only less than a minute or so to go. Surely the runner has been out. Go back. You got a great kick. Just stick this one straight through the big sticks.
Just to cap off a fantastic quarter for him.
This will be his third goal for the quarter. And the margin is 37. They've kicked 7 for the quarter. This for 8. On siren time, Hartlett is a powerful kick.
Bang.
Bang, straight through. 3 for Hartlett. And what a super quarter from Port Adelaide. They made it very difficult for the Gold Coast. And their wonderful start to the season is continuing on. They're playing a great brand of footy. And there's some real enthusiasm out there on the ground from Port Adelaide at the moment.
I was just downstairs having a brief interlude. I saw Nathan Bock, and they are desperate to get him back in the side. They just need one more power forward with some experience just to give them that target. It's going to make life a hell of a lot easier for the Gold Coast Suns and everybody concerned when he gets back in town.
Monfries wheels around, drives it in low. It's a good pass. It's a beauty. And Schultz, who Jared touched on at half-time, has been quiet so far as as having shots at goal. He's certainly had. He's been involved with some handballs.
Well, he should have a picnic. I mean, Sam Day, I suspect, has played 10 minutes in his whole life as a centre-half back, and it's been the last 10 minutes. Yeah. Don't think it's a problem experimenting. He's got to find a spot. If Bock comes back, it's going to be tight to get into this side. So if he can do some good minutes here, it's in the defensive area, find out what he's got.
Schultz from just inside the 50 with that beautiful run-up and that wonderful finish. It's a pleasure to watch.
Yes, he's just a fantastic bloke to have the ball in his hands. He's been a really good recruit from Richmond for this club. He's hung in there through the tough times, and hopefully he's their spearhead in the really good times that appear to be unfolding. But just getting back to Sam Day, he's a kid that needs to now start putting some score on the board, Lynchy.
I think so, and I mean, he's a really good athlete, like jumps well, he can run well. I mean, but he doesn't appear to be a natural footballer. Doesn't know where to run.
Can he ruck?
Well, it's a poor kick in. Straight into the arms of Hartlett and smothered by Russell. Hartlett forced to use his hands. Back to Cassisi. Another go. Hamish from just outside 50 to the goal square.
Oh!
Up goes Schultz again. This time it's well within play.
And he's just going to keep taking Sam Day to the goal square.
That's
if you reckon centre-back's a problem first up, it's a hell of a lot easier than it is at fullback when they're kicking at you, but that's a specky.
Now, fullback is a tough spot to play, and that is a big grab.
Schultz for his second in a minute. Straight through, and Port continue on their merry way. 50-point margin.
And this is really bad signs. If you get, let's have a look at the jump here. Hamish Hartley gets this one in, and he's got the run, and that's an early jump and a very good jump, and great that goal. Two very quick ones, as you called, Matty, to Big Schultzy. And that's pretty much grab of the night.
Not bad when you're having a bad night to do stuff like that, is it?
Yeah, that's right, a quiet one. At least you get on the highlight reel.
In his 70 games, and when he's up and running and Schultz taking some marks and Westhoff is there and Need at ground level, their forward line is pretty potent. Wingard knows how to kick a goal as well.
Again, look at the run from behind.
Boak. Schultz. Gray into the action, doesn't need it. Schultz will go back, and this will be for his third of the quarter.
Front on contact, he really has lifted his work rate, got himself a little bit deeper, which I think obviously is going to allow him to be in the action a hell of a lot more. He was the dummy centre-half forward on a number of occasions early. Chopped the hands, front on contact, was always going to be a free kick. And in many ways, there's nothing the defence can do when it comes like that. That defence needs to start the midfield, even on the half-forward line or your half-forward line, where the ball came out too easily.
Jay Schultz, directed goal. Love watching him kick. 3 for the quarter for Schultz.
Just stabbed that one through, and as you said, Jared, the build-up came for Travis Boak. He was the one that ran hard, and you see he runs off half-back, and he's got space behind him, space in front of him, and then kicks it to a almost impossible position for Matty Warnock. Gave away the free kick, tried to just have a bit of luck on his side and hit the ball, but slapped the arms into the chest, and Schultz just slots that one through and just making it extremely hard, and it's getting a little bit embarrassing now for the Suns. Not so much the score, but just the work rates have dropped off a lot. Well,
that's what was so good last week. I was talking to Billy McKenna before the match and said, gee, you were so impressive the way you just worked every minute of the Q clash last week, to a point where they could have nearly pinched it, but it was their never give in attitude and their work rate that was so impressive. But today was there for a quarter, and it's as if somebody has just pulled the plug out and said, that'll do us.
Broadbent trapped it nicely, back to Boak.
Warnock straight downstairs, boys, so it doesn't look good for him.
Yeah. Did you see the dislocation, Baz? It didn't look unusual.
No, it didn't look as though it was right out, did it? Heath under some pressure. Chance for Hall. Got around 2 or 3, but you can't get around 4 or 5. Thompson to reload. Around the corner. How about that, Rory? Rory Thompson! Sensational goal!
Good drag around the body. Is the reverse roles of the coaching box. And there we go today. The new uniforms on the former Port Adelaide coach and the former assistant coach at the Gold Coast Suns.
I think there's one thing that's certain. He'll be playing next week.
Yeah, absolutely. In that one. Here they go again.
Here's the switch from O'Shea.
Really good use.
Carlisle just...
He's right, though. I think Carmichael Hunt's cramped up. He's just really labouring and can't chase.
Ebert. Westhoff. Luxury of taking it on the chest. Jonas wants it in the middle. Schultz wants it in the pocket. It's going to be a tough kick from there. A little dart with the eyes to see what options are available.
You'd back him in though, Matty, wouldn't you?
Oh, I love watching him kick. But his body language here is he still wants... He hasn't committed to it yet. Have a look.
Eyes darting.
Yeah, he's not sure what club to pull out of the bag yet. Just inside the 50.
Hello. Hello.
Not a problem.
Why did he even look? Fantastic goal again from Schultz.
So what you're saying, Matty, is like all great full forwards, when he goes back and he makes the decision to kick the goal, he sees nothing but the goal sticks.
He engages the mechanism.
That's right. That's a fantastic kick. He's actually kicked that from just
right on the
outside 50 or just inside 50. Yeah. That's a beautiful kick. There's a lot to like about this club. I mean, we've spoken about the hardships of the Gold Coast Suns tonight, but Port, jeez.
Here's Dixon. He just came from on the fence. And he kicks it long. May, well, he was in great position to take it. He didn't do so. Riscatelli gave it over to his former Lions teammate in Brennan, and he kicks the goal.
Chip the ball or kick the ball with as much efficiency as he has done these last few weeks. So they show great faith in him, signing him up to a 5-year deal.
Yeah, it was a big call. It seems like a massive call. Nah, they'd be very happy with their investment so far.
High kick up from Wingard. Short's just got underneath it. Hartlett can't get break free, but he gets it back to Boak. Just chips it over the top, hoping for Cassisi, and ball rolls over the line in the dying seconds of the game.
Cassisi's back in tonight. Done a fantastic job on Gary Adelaide.
Great job.
He was off the chain in the first quarter with 15 disposals, but the ex-captain, the former captain, has done a fantastic job.
Wines to Boak. The time runs out for Port Adelaide, but they have won 4 straight to start 2013. Their best start to a season. And you've got to remember they had a premiership and a couple of grand finals along the way. So Port Adelaide, terrific start to the year, been too good tonight. A 9-goal burst in the second quarter, setting up this win by 38 points.
Yeah, that was the difference the second term. Their run, their tackling, pressure around the ball. They reacted to a disappointing first quarter where they should have been down by at least three goals at quarter time. It was only 7 points, so the Gold Coast let them off the hook, and Port Adelaide hit back with a vengeance in that second term. Good to see that man out there, Robbie Gray, for his first game in 12 months after a knee reconstruction.